Oliver Anthony. Oliver Anthony is the singer behind the song about the rich men from Richmond. And I perused his YouTube channel because that song is good. He's obviously a real talent. It's not, it's not the greatest song ever written, but he's a real talent. I love that the song went viral. He seems great. And I was perusing his other songs. His other songs are better than the one that went viral. He's just a real musical talent. He's got this great voice, kind of like Levon Helm. He's a terrific little dobro guitar player. And his other songs, frankly, are even more musically interesting and more my style, at least. My style's probably not indicative of popular music tastes, so maybe that's why the other one went viral. But maybe the best thing that guy has done is he was just opening up a show, his first show, I guess, since all of this went down, and he opened it up by reading the Bible.
Before we start singing, and I mean we, because I hope y'all are going to be singing too. I just had something I felt compelled to share with you. This is in Psalm 37, 12 through 20. The wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them, but the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he knows their day is coming.
And it goes on and on. He reads this long Bible passage. And I thought, this is great. And by the end, people applaud. They're shouting, woohoo, and then he starts singing his song. This is really great stuff. Because it shows that this guy's purpose is not just to make money. This guy's purpose is not just to become famous. This guy's purpose is not just to get his one song out there. This guy is doing all those things. I can't even imagine how much money this guy's made in one weekend when he went that viral, got the #1 song in America. He obviously got very famous. A lot of people have heard his music. He would seem, from just that one little clip, he would seem to be doing it not just for his own self-aggrandizement, but for the glory of God, which is really what it's all about. I just love that. I just love that. I've been going back through Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, and Aristotle points out all these different kinds of virtues. And he says, wealth is not a virtue. It's nice to have material stuff. Well, you need it for a happy life. You need some material stuff. But it's not a virtue because it's not for itself. It's an instrument. Wealth is just there to get you something else. But this is true of so much. Your professional success, what's it for? So that you can hang a trophy on your wall at the end of the day? So that you can get Employee of the Month? What's it for? Fame, what's it for? So that people can be nice to you when you walk down the street? And so people can ask you for pictures? What's it for? Is it to bring glory to God and to bring people closer to Him? That's ultimately what it ought to be for, right? And that appears to be what he's doing. Seems to have his priorities in order. Right now, go to puretalk.com/Knowles. You know a company is looking out for you when they upgrade your service without even charging you for it. It's great news for new and current Pure Talk customers. Pure Talk just added data to every plan and includes mobile hotspot with no price increase whatsoever. If you've considered Pure Talk before but have not made the switch, take a look again. For just $20 a month, you will get unlimited talk, text, and now 50% more 5G data plus their new mobile hotspot. This is why I love Pure Talk. It's veteran-owned. They only hire the best customer service team located right here in the great US of A. Most families are saving almost $1,000 a year while enjoying the most dependable 5G network in America. Remember, you vote with how you spend your money. So stop supporting woke wireless companies that don't support you. When you go to puretalk.com/Knowles, Knowles, you will save an additional 50% off your first month because they value you. That's puretalk.com/Knowles, Knowles. Pure Talk Wireless for Americans by Americans. This is a feel-good story. The jury in Texas just awarded a woman $1.2 billion after her boyfriend engaged in revenge porn. Now, before you say that seems a little steep, $1.2 billion, listen, there are a lot of people who don't even have $1.1 billion, much less 1.2. Before you say it's a little steep, this guy wasn't engaging in run-of-the-mill revenge porn. I think all revenge porn is pretty egregious and should be punished pretty severely, but this guy was obviously a complete lunatic. The ex-girlfriend filed a lawsuit which alleged, and I guess the court has ruled in her favor, that this guy created a website and a publicly accessible Dropbox folder and fake social media profiles to disseminate porn of this woman. How did he get the porn? You might say, well, that woman shouldn't have sent him naughty pictures. That's not exactly what happened. The guy obtained the porn by accessing security cameras in the woman's home and taking pictures and video of her when she was unaware. That's according to the Washington Post. And then he emailed her and said, you will spend the rest of your life trying and failing to wipe yourself off the internet. Happy hunting. He continued to just harass this woman and try to ruin her life. He's obviously really, really sick, really perverted guy, and a psycho in all sorts of other ways. And anyway, after this long and drawn-out breakup, he decided to just try to ruin her life. So the jury awards her $1.2 billion. I think this is great. It's fine. This is really psycho behavior, and people who engage in it should have the steepest punishments. The other reason this is really good, just from a political perspective, is in this decision, this court is acknowledging the value of honor, which is something that democracies in general don't always place a high enough value upon. And degraded democracies that degrade into mob rule or oligarchy or something like that, they really don't place value on honor. One of the pitfalls of democracy is that it can become too materialistic, and it can become too full of envy and resentment, too focused on just stuff and coveting other people's stuff. And what this decision says is, look, what happened here is a guy spread some pictures of his ex-girlfriend around. It's not like he went and stole her car. He didn't steal her laptop. He didn't steal her jewelry. He stole her honor. He stole her reputation. And what the jury is saying is, had he stolen her car, they might say, okay, he owes you 20 grand. Stole some jewelry, okay, he owes you 5 grand. But he stole your honor, well, he owes you $1.2 billion. That's good. We must restore a sense in this country of the importance of honor and the importance of modesty. Why is it a big deal that he got some naked pictures of her? What the liberals will say is, well, because she didn't consent to it. Sure, that's part of it. But consent is not the only moral criterion, of course. It's not the most important one, not by a long shot. If it were merely a violation of consent, that would be serious. Would it be $1.2 billion serious? No, I don't think. Had he just taken a picture of her sitting on a beach, well, that's a bad example because she'd be wearing a bikini. If he took a picture of her sitting in a burqa and posted it, they might say, well, that's creepy and weird, but we're going to award you, I don't know, $100, $200, $300. No one would be awarding this woman $1.2 billion. They're awarding her that money because they're acknowledging that modesty is a virtue. It's valuable. People cherish it. And when that is taken away from somebody, that is a more egregious offense than a mere violation of consent. It's a really good decision. I'm not sure that this was all conscious in the minds of the judge or the juror. Were there jurors here? I'm not even sure. But that is the effect of the decision. And it's something that you see this in the trad wife movement. You see this in the movement away from feminism and some aspects of the sexual revolution. In a way, you kind of see it with the Me Too movement, which fizzled. Hollywood made sure to stamp that one out real quick, destroyed their whole business model, threatened their whole business model. But you saw those inklings there, a turning away from this shallow language, libertarian kind of language, whereby consent is the only important moral category. No, there are more important things. Honor is important too. Boy, what a great clip that was. Now, make sure that you ring that bell, subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. We'll see you next time.